Joseph just asked me if I was ready. You know we are. Welcome to episode 184 of Chatt It Up Sports. What's up, Malcolm?
What's up, bro?
Dude, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Dude, I'm pretty good. We're rocking a little bit of a skeleton crew here today,
Yeah.
as you know. Malcolm to my left and Joseph Guthrie to my right at the producer's table. We got a little solo shot for him today.
Oh man, so special.
I know. We only included you in the big group shot yesterday. So if you're just listening to this episode, then you're probably missing out on that. We got a good show for you today. 8 burning questions for the Sweet 16 in March Madness. We're going to do an NBA expansion draft, as news dropped today that the NBA is finally moving forward with the expansion. We have I Know You're Effing Lying, brought to you by Malcolm Harris. And we're going to end the week with a little bit of what we watched. But first, Joseph, tap that theme music for me. And that theme music ending means your eardrums get a little break, and we are back. First off, boys, before we get into the 8 burning questions that I've got for both of you for March Madness, how have we enjoyed March Madness as a whole this year? I know there's been a lot of complaints about the Cinderellas not being as prevalent. I know there's been some, oh man, is March Madness dead? Does NIL killed everything? NIL obviously being the big bad boogeyman. Malcolm, how have you enjoyed it so far, brother?
I've loved Madness so far, bro. Like specifically this year, there hasn't been like the Cinderella story, but there's still some teams that we're gonna talk about that I have enjoyed watching. The first round of 64 and 32, and I think they're gonna make some noise in the Sweet 16. I really do.
I think that you could put any college team from NAI, JUCO, D2, D1. I think you could put any college team in a 64 team bracket style.
Yeah.
And the first 2 rounds would just be electric. I really don't think it would matter. You'd get your blowouts but I mean, there's where I played college ball, they would stay at a hotel, and then they would have all, I think, either 10 or 11 teams that would make the tournament stay there.
Yeah.
And even that is just so much fun, dude. And they're so, there were every single year there were upsets. You're like, what? Like, that team just beat them? Like, they were whatever it was. They were under 500 for the season. So March Madness is always a good time. Joseph, I know your dogs went out pretty sad. We talked about that already. I don't need to dwell on that for too long, but how have you enjoyed it so far, man?
Yeah, I mean, listen, my expectations for Georgia basketball weren't super high.
Yeah.
So that part didn't break my heart too bad. But aside from that, I've enjoyed this tournament. I know the whole Cinderella narrative, and we talked about it and we brought it up and kind of discussed it, is that they're dead and that it's only these pro teams, or not almost pro teams, but like bigger brands in college basketball. I think you've gotten to a point where maybe the Cinderella is gone or not as prevalent as people want it to be, but these big name matchups are going to get better because the rosters are better.
That's a good point.
Like this Duke St. John's matchup, I think is going to be really good. UConn Michigan State's probably going to be electric. Arizona Arkansas is going to be phenomenal. And then the round of 32 delivered some really good games. I know Florida Iowa was an incredible
surprising.
Finish. Yeah, and then Vanderbilt Nebraska. I'm sorry, Drew.
Yeah, it's all good.
But it was
a great game.
The
company that I work for, shout out Mutual of Omaha. They're actually based in Nebraska. So a lot of the people that I work with are Nebraska Cornhuskers fans.
Really?
And the main lady, shout out Sarah, on my team that I've been discussing this game with, I was like, look, yes, I care a whole lot about this game, but I think this is just going to be a really electric basketball game. And it was awesome. It was probably second best game of the round of 32. I would say Florida Iowa was still a little bit more exciting. But Nebraska Vanderbilt delivered everything. Florida Iowa, I think, just had a little bit more of the names that you recognize. And Iowa, although they are a Power 4 conference team, is more of that traditional underdog that you would think of that nobody saw coming.
Yeah, and Florida being the 1 seed.
Yeah.
It's kind of like,
hey,
that's
and the defending national champion. The list goes on and on and on.
Exactly.
But man, it has been a good tournament so far. Before we get into these 8 questions, we do have to say a quick thank you to our main presenting sponsor, Ideal Yachts, the people that built this entire studio. Everything that you see here Ideal Yachts came through and delivered. Patrick, Sarah, Landon, Marty, all of them over at Ideal Yachts. They are some of the best brokers in the business. They are licensed to sell boats in Florida. If you don't know, that's very important. I didn't know that before I went to the Chattanooga Boat Show, but I got told it's very important. They do a lot. They've been around it their entire lives. They know the business. I think, man, between everybody on staff, probably 70 years experience between everybody. So check out Ideal Yachts at idealyachts.net today. All right, gents. First question. Okay. Could Darius Acuff or Cameron Boozer rise up the draft boards even further with a championship here? So Boozer right now, depending on who you ask, probably mocked at 3, and Acuff is around 5. Does a supreme like Derrick Rose type March Madness run here, does that rise them? Make either of them dethroned DeBonsta or Peterson?
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so give me the why behind that.
Because Peterson, I mean, it's just I don't know how you can look at what his body of work at Kansas was, although he was very much so the best player on the floor when he was on the floor.
Absolutely, yeah.
But the whole cramping situation,
or actually, sorry, when you say best player on the floor, when he's on the floor, when he wanted to be, seemed like it wasn't just when he was on the floor. It's like when he wanted to be, sure,
Yeah.
right. Keep going.
No, that's a great point. It's like they were talking about this on Teague and 520 in the
Yeah.
boys. Like they were just like, NBA is not going for that.
Yeah.
NBA is like we are investing our future into your skill set.
Right.
And like apparently he couldn't eat certain things and like he had to train certain ways. And it's just I think if Acuff does what I think he's going to do, I picked Arkansas to go to the Final Four.
Yeah.
I think that would supremely put him at the number 2 spot.
Well, I think Acuff has just been the biggest riser of the draft process so far, the college basketball season that we've seen.
Yeah, bro.
And I mean, if he knocks off Arizona, man, whoo boy, like that's a big time. Because if they beat Arizona, it will primarily be thanks to him, in my mind. I don't think it's any short of 40 from Acuff.
If we see this from Acuff, I mean, he's already made history. I don't know if you saw, but bro, like he officially is the first collegiate player ever to have his own signature sneaker.
Yeah, Reebok, right?
Reebok.
Yeah, dude. Reebok, they got back into the basketball shoe game. I think it was either last year or 2 years ago. 2 years ago, they dropped the Engine A basketball shoe for about. They were about $130 shoe. I didn't pull the trigger on them then. I have a bunch of basketball shoes I don't need. I love collecting them. But these Engine A shoes, really cool. So I'm excited to see what they've done with Acuff shoe. I haven't seen them yet.
I haven't seen it yet either.
But I'm excited to see. Reebok. When I think Reebok, I think of Shaq, and I just think like 90s, early 2000s nostalgia cool before he got the Shaq brain going. So I think there's room for Reebok to make a little bit of noise, especially because Nike right now, like they got the Jaws, they have the Sabrinas. I think are a pretty good shoe. The Asias aren't bad.
They're all
but like
reincarnations of the Kobe.
Yeah. Like I don't think right now there's a standout shoe at Nike. Like I think there's definitely room for another brand to come in and just absolutely sweep the sneaker game. But that's not what this segment's about. That's just a little side tangent, my love for basketball shoes. Okay, I'm going to ask you, Joseph. I know you don't know a ton about this subject, but I want to get your opinion as an outside observer. Should Boozer be rewarded with a national championship? He's already number 3. So if he wins a national championship, is dominant like he has been throughout the year and throughout this tournament run, why shouldn't he be the number 1 pick? He's the son of an NBA guy.
So my first question immediately becomes, and I'm basing this again off of like pivoting from football because that's what I know. But like my first question is, the 2 guys that are ahead of him, do they play the exact same position?
So DeBonsta, I'd say no. I'd say they're all different positions. So
Okay.
For those of you that don't know the draft process, for those of you that just love watching March Madness tournament, here's a little synopsis of the top 3 guys. Darren Peterson, Kansas guy. He's already out of the tournament. He has had some, I will call it character concerns, some concerns with his camp. He would be a 2 guard, probably in the NBA would play a little combo guard 1 and 2, probably too short to play the 3. Yeah. DeBonsta is a true wing for do it all. Think of him as like your Jason Tatum type, your Paul George type. That's AJ DeBonsta. And then Cameron Boozer, who is the son of Carlos Boozer. He's got a brother, Caden, who's also on Duke, is thought of as a kind of a true 4 more of an inside presence, doesn't have the outside game that I'd say Debanza does, and probably doesn't have the freakish athleticism that both the other top two guys
Do you have a comp
possess.
for him?
Who?
For Boozer.
For Boozer?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really like a lot of those 2000s power forwards. He's like a lot. He can shoot, but he chooses to go inside a lot. So with all that being said, it's interesting because I think he's the true number 3 right now. But should he be rewarded with the number 2, number 1, with a good national tournament run, with the character concerns of Peterson?
I think okay, that helps me a lot. And then my second question is like, how many true NBA guys are left in this tournament for him to play? Because like,
yeah, sure. So St. John's not really. UConn has a couple guys. Michigan State not really. Braden Burries from Arkansas, Koa Pete, true NBA guys. Yaxel Lindenborg from Michigan, true NBA guy. Let's see down the board. Go scroll down real quick. Sorry, I got to go by
you're
team
good.
here.
You're good.
Keaton Wagler from Illinois, true NBA guy. Flemings from Houston, true NBA guy. Ament, true NBA. So yeah, a ton. Phylon from Alabama, a ton. Yeah.
Okay. So that helps with the evaluation, because it's one thing if he's going through the tournament and he's balling really well, but a lot of these guys aren't NBA guys, because I think the NBA specifically, when guys get drafted, I think there's more of a, hey, can you make an immediate impact now,
Yeah.
than there might be in other sports. And then when I think of a draft and how they work, to me, those top guys, unless there's just a dude that's just head and shoulders above everybody else and is a dude, and
Right.
then I think you draft on need.
Yeah.
I think you draft on need and fit and where your team's weak and who those top teams are and what position they fall in. And a lot of, because correct me if I'm wrong here, the NBA draft lottery is not set yet.
No,
So they don't know who's drafting
it's
first,
completely
second,
random.
third.
Yeah, well, not random, but right now, Indiana, Washington have the 2 worst records. Nets are behind. Kings are a little bit behind there as well.
Okay, so from a pure performance standpoint, I would say I think your draft stock can be improved, especially if you're playing NBA guys and you just outperform everybody else on the court.
Sure.
I think you can for sure, because you can set yourself as that, like, this is just clear and present, the best guy available in the draft, and instead of taking what we need the most, we're just going to take the best player so nobody else can have
Yeah.
it. So I think in that aspect, for sure, he could, but I think there are other aspects that play against him where it's like, depending on what team is up first or what position he's at, they're like, we don't really need another
Sure.
boozer. We have a proven NBA boozer here
sure.
now, so we'll pass on him. I think that depends. You could probably raise your draft stock, but it also depends on where the chips fall in terms of who's first, second, third.
Yeah. Well, Boozer's thought of as like a low ceiling, super high floor kind of guy coming up. So I think with better play, or even better play, or a national tournament victory, then I think there's room in there. But it's going to be hard to pass on Debanza at 1 for me, to be honest with you. Okay. Staying with the ideas of risers and fallers, which coach left in this tournament has the most to gain legacy-wise by winning this tournament? So while running through the coaches real quick, Pitino at St. John's, Duke at Shire, Izzo at Michigan State, UConn is Hurley. Oh, crap. Arizona's guy's escaping me. Calipari's at Arkansas. Why is Arizona's guy escaping me? Sorry. Texas.
I know what he looks like too. I just don't know his name.
Yeah, I forget his name. Sorry. Casual.
Tommy Lloyd.
Yeah, Tommy Lloyd. I don't know Texas's head coach's name, I'll be honest. Purdue's not either. Nate Oates is at Alabama. You have
Texas is Sean Miller.
You have Kelvin Sampson at Houston. All that to say, Rick Barnes at Tennessee. All to say, who gets the biggest legacy bump by winning this tournament?
I mean, I hate to say it, but it's got to be Rick Barnes.
Got to be, right? That's what I thought.
Has to be, right?
Has to be Rick Barnes, the old guy.
Yeah.
Never won it, right?
Never won.
Never won it. Never won it. His team, they've come up short so many times. They've been really close a couple of times. I mean, the Edey year, I thought that was going to be the year that they got it done.
That was a really good team.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Most of the coaches that are close to his age in this tournament have a national, have a championship. So, I mean, Hurley's not, I wouldn't say close to his age. He's got one. Does Sampson have one? Does Kelvin Sampson have one?
I'm
the
not
Houston
sure.
guy.
No, I don't
Yeah, I
think
don't
he
think he
does.
does either. I think it's him and Barnes. I
Yeah,
think those are the two people that you would look on there and say, I think Barnes could retire tomorrow with a national
I
championship,
think
right?
he would part, like,
Yeah, I
into
think so
the
too.
sunset.
I think so too. Like with him signing that lifetime contract where it's kind of like, hey, you can be here as long as you want, but we're gonna look elsewhere
Yeah.
sooner rather than later. I think Rick Barnes and this Tennessee squad. I think this changes. Not only would this change the Rick Barnes, how people think of him, I think this changes how you think of Tennessee basketball as a whole, right?
Well, I think the brand of Tennessee basketball has completely changed. I mean, it
Yeah,
was really, really poor 10 years ago
yeah,
with, like,
sure.
Donnie Tyndall, Conzo Martin,
Oh
like,
yeah,
those days were very
after the Bruce
dark.
Pearl
Oh
era,
my
yeah,
gosh, like, I mean, if it wasn't for just, like, certain key players on certain teams, like, there's no telling, but, like, looking back at it, like, Rick Barnes has been at Tennessee as long as Nike has been at Tennessee.
really,
So he was there starting in the 2015 season,
yeah,
and has just completely changed this program to now being one of 3 programs to be in the Sweet 16 for 4 straight
yeah,
years.
true.
It's crazy.
True. And what, Final Four last year or 2 years ago?
No, no, Elite 8.
Elite 8. That's right.
Never
Yeah.
never been to a Final Four
Yeah.
at Tennessee.
Yeah.
That's never happened.
And they're knocking on the door as of the Elite 8 as we speak.
Yeah.
I yeah. I mean, going through the rest of the coaches that we mentioned, I think Izzo would be, in my mind, with this national championship, would be truly, truly elite if he were able to get there.
I think there would be a conversation for GOAT
Yeah.
for Tom
Yeah,
Izzo.
I agree. Yeah.
Like, for
Izzo's
him to do this in it's like Nick Saban winning one in this new era. It's
Yeah.
like everybody's counted out Tom Izzo.
Yeah.
And you notice one thing, really 2 things about Izzo coach teams. They are freaking nasty
Mhm.
and they are physical, but they also they just run.
Yep.
Tom Izzo's gonna have his boys run.
I think so too. I think he's got the perfect team this year for his coaching
Yeah.
with Cohen Carr, all of the guys that they have around him, the skill that they have on this team. I think
Yeah.
that they haven't had before. Izzo, in my mind, with this championship, would be one of, if not, if not the great. And one guy that we haven't talked about yet is somebody that I think a lot of people think it may never happen for again. And that's John Calipari.
Listen.
Like, Cal at Arkansas now has completed a complete turnaround in 2 years of this program. He's now got them to a 4 seed in the national tournament with a top 5 draft pick on the roster, staring down an Arizona team that's been the best all year, and people are like, "I don't know, Arkansas can definitely do it." I think Cal, in my mind, again, a huge legacy bump if he's able to pull it off here.
I think Cal is hungry, and we haven't seen a hungry
Yep.
John Calipari.
I think he got definitely complacent at Kentucky.
Because he was just like, it's Kentucky. And
Yeah.
he started to believe more than what he was.
Yeah.
And now he's like, all right, so like people think it was Kentucky. No, it's me.
I think it is him. I think it proves.
is.
I think he and Patino have done excellent jobs of like, nope, it wasn't just the establishment I was at.
No, it was,
I'm the establishment.
I'm the
Yeah,
establishment.
absolutely.
And I love that.
Yeah,
I
very
love
good.
that.
Very cool.
Speaking of St. John's, I was looking at this TikTok video. It's just like, we've fallen on hard times, but St. John's basketball will be back. And it was like a montage of like 50 Cent in the background of being in New York. Like, I am so happy for Rick Pitino and St. John's.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad Big East basketball is back, man. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I remember watching as a kid the Syracuse UConn 6 overtime game on
Yeah,
SportsCenter.
bro.
A core memory of mine watching that growing up, eating my cereal on a Saturday morning. I mean, just awesome memories. Joseph, anybody for you in your mind that gets a big old legacy bump from this?
John Calipari was actually like my first thought, and
Okay.
I know, I know Rick and Kelvin, being towards the end of their careers, it would mean everything to get one at that point. But to me, when Cal left Kentucky, it's like, in my opinion, it's like you left one of the upper echelons of basketball.
Yeah.
It's like you got it done once, you couldn't get it done again there. Like,
And had plenty of talent to
yeah,
bear.
oh, dude, more
best
than
of the
enough
best.
talent
Yeah.
to do it. And it's like, it almost felt like you're getting put out to pasture. It's like, hey, you're done.
Yeah, go
Like,
to
you
Arkan-
couldn't- Yeah,
go to
go to
Arkansas.
Arkansas and be good enough, make
Yeah.
the tournament a couple of times, certainly not compete for a national championship again. And then, Kentucky will move on and continue to be Kentucky. And I
Sure.
think it's definitely been the opposite of that.
Yeah. Where they're
so-
now better than Kentucky already.
Yeah, exactly.
Like-
in 2 years.
Like Mark Pope is struggling, and if
Yeah.
Kentucky wasn't Kentucky, then I don't think they have that 7 next to their name this year.
No, no,
I think it was a blue blood respect 7 rather
Yeah.
I
more
think that
than
7 should have been at 10.
yeah,
bro.
rather than I think them and Santa Clara, honestly, sorry, not Santa Clara swapped, but I think Kentucky could have been where Santa Clara was in the
Yeah.
first round
Yeah, and
very
then the 10
easily
seed.
based on their body of work.
Yeah, and that's just that was my first thought. Was it was literally like after the whole Kentucky and him parted ways. It's like now you're just supposed to kind of fade off into existence
Yeah.
because you're not associated with Kentucky basketball anymore. And like you guys said, excellent point. He's here to say, no, it was me. Like it wasn't Kentucky basketball. It was John
Yeah,
Calipari.
and
Like,
the NBA guys that are from his era of Kentucky, they're now Arkansas fans. I mean, I've seen these clips of them being like, "Yeah, I'm a Kentucky and Arkansas. I'm an Arkansas fan now." Like I saw a clip of Shea doing that the other day. So spot on. I think
Yeah.
I think Calipari definitely has a lot to gain, but I don't think he really has anything to lose. Not yet, at least. Like
Yeah.
with him being as early on in the life cycle and as far ahead of schedule, as I
For
think
sure.
many would have thought at Arkansas. I don't think he has a ton to lose, even if they play Arizona close. Acuff has a good game. I think Arkansas is pretty happy with that, considering where they were a couple years ago. All right, question number 3: which team has the most to lose by losing in the Sweet 16? So they don't make it past the Sweet 16. They don't go to the Elite Eight. No Final Four. They lose tomorrow, They lose Friday. Which team on this bracket do you think has the most to lose? I think we can go ahead and safely rule out Texas and Iowa.
Yeah.
I don't think they really have anything to lose.
They're playing with house money.
Right.
Now.
Yeah. But every other team, scroll down just so I can make sure before I say this. Every other team on here, I think, has at least a little something, or at least something to be disappointed about. Which team on here has the most to lose or would be most disappointed by a loss tomorrow?
Yeah, the team is Houston.
Houston.
Period.
I think so too. I think you're right.
The team is Houston.
I would have not said that before this tournament, but with the way they've looked in this tournament, I think it would be incredibly disappointing if Illinois ended that run early.
And it's just like, get the job done.
Yeah.
Like, come
Got
on.
to.
Like, just get it done. Like, you guys have been so close for so many consecutive years. You've now officially, like, if somebody's like, name the Blue Bloods in college basketball.
Oh,
as of
Houston's
the
definitely one.
They're in there.
Yeah.
Houston's definitively the best school in basketball in the state of Texas.
Yeah, no question. Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah, it would be the most disappointing.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, add to it the history of them, just they come up short. They've had the NBA talent. They've had the elite guys that year after year, and they're so close and they just can't get it done. I look at a team, everybody on the bottom of this bracket, not really, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know, Michigan. Yeah, but Michigan is kind of on the comeback from where they were just a couple of years ago.
They're just under year 2 in their head coach, right? Because
like
they hired
Juwan
the guy
Howard,
from
Juwan Howard. Yeah, Juwan
he was-
Howard's their old coach, and
Yeah.
I mean, he just nuked the program.
Yeah,
basically.
they hired the guy from San Diego State, right? When he did the run
Yep.
in 23.
Yes, that's the guy that they have. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Michigan's on the comeback. Alabama, I don't think they've been expected really to make it to the mountain. I don't know. Maybe Arizona, just because they've been the best team all year.
Yeah, they've been the best team all year by talent, but also it's just like they've had a very, very tough draw.
Yeah.
Like they have, like Arkansas is not going, like you're playing the best player in the tournament.
Sure.
That's still left to me. So I will understand if there's some special magic happening. And then Duke, of course, I just think you're playing, I don't want to say the most complete team because St. John's is not, but again, I just think that these boys are taking the identity of Rick Pitino, and he just gets it done.
Yeah.
Fearless. And I love that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Question number 4. Does Texas or Iowa have any shot to advance to the Elite Eight? Because, setting the stage, I watched both of those games. I think Iowa may have a little bit of chance, more of a chance than Texas, because I honestly think Texas. I think if you play that game that they played 30 times, I think they probably win 2 of the game that they played in the round prior.
Oh, against Gonzaga.
Yeah, another choke job by Mark Few. Another game where his team doesn't show up. But as far as Iowa, I don't know. I'm interested to hear what you guys think.
I don't think that Iowa's going to beat Nebraska. I think Nebraska is by far playing the best ball
Mhm.
in this tournament.
They beat a very good Vanderbilt team. That
An
Vanderbilt team was
extremely-
hot too.
An extremely
Yeah.
good Vanderbilt
Yeah.
team. And yes, I know that the ball doesn't always bounce your way, but when I look at Nebraska, I just think they're a team that's destined that has to be beat by a team with better talent.
Okay.
That's what has to happen. Now,
Yeah.
for Texas, I just don't see matchup wise what they're going to be able to do on the perimeter and inside. Therefore, I'm going Purdue over Texas. I think that I'm going Nebraska over Iowa.
Yeah.
And I think that Texas, if they're going to do it, they're going to have to play the perfect game.
Yeah. I mean, so if you look at how Texas got here, it's kind of the perfect storm for an 11 seed like them to make it here, because you get that 6 seed at BYU who nobody thought was a 6 seed. I mean, I know that's not shocking to anybody that you would say that BYU was there because of AJ, because they were respected because of AJ's talent, but their record wasn't even a 6 seed. Their body of work wasn't a 6 seed, and there was thought all year about this Gonzaga team is like they're seated way too high. None of the advanced metrics are favorable for Gonzaga. They haven't played enough teams. It just doesn't look right. Gonzaga shouldn't be up here. They got blown out earlier in the year. The team's escaping me by the one good team that they played, and they just shouldn't be up here. And those are the two Texas opponents. Is probably the easiest that you could see would be for the easiest way for Texas to make it through would be versus this Gonzaga and versus this BYU team. And so I don't see it. I think with the experience that Purdue had, you have a national player of the year in Braden Smith. Not yet, but you have a national player of the year in Braden Smith. You have a coach who knows what it takes to get to the Final Four, pretty much on command.
Command.
Yeah, he's there. His name's escaping me too, but he's there all the time. I think Texas probably gets blown out. It's one of those where I'm considering opening. I haven't opened DraftKings at all this tournament.
Good for you.
Isn't that crazy?
That's awesome.
I know, man. Maturity. It's a wild thing.
Beautiful thing.
I know, but I'm considering opening it for the first time and just seeing how high I can get an alt line for Purdue in this next game. Joseph, you with me?
Matt Painter is your Purdue
Matt
head
Painter.
coach. I'm
sorry. It's college basketball, guys. We're
You're
trying.
good. Dude, it's a lot of teams and it's a lot of guys. I mean, I'll be honest. Again, I don't know much about like the matchups here, but I'm kind of with you. I think Texas's path to get to this point has been one of the easier paths outside of just playing lower seeded teams.
Right.
Again, BYU. That was the narrative around BYU is they were overvalued at the 6 seed. Gonzaga, well, congratulations, we're here again. You're a high seed. You don't make it past the round of 32. Whoop-de-doo, it's another year. And then Nebraska, man, they destroyed Troy. So they come out and they got that early win, a lot of momentum. I think that is what kind of helped carry them. I know the Vanderbilt shot. There's the shot of it, the photo of it, basically going in, rimming out. But
Nebraska controlled that game for most of it.
Yeah,
it was a good win.
And I think when you mix that with Nebraska coming in versus Iowa hitting this last second three, making it to beat Florida, a lot of people are saying that's because of the defense and the way Florida chose to play that last possession. You could easily look at it and be like, well, maybe Iowa shouldn't even be here.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be much harder for Texas at that point. Instead of Iowa. So I mean, when it comes down to a tournament like this, and the beauty of March Madness is that it is one game, and all it takes is one guy to get hot in one game. I mean, we've seen the white boy from 3 get hot. That could make a difference. But if I had to place my bets on a team to move forward, I think I'd take Iowa.
Yeah, I think so too.
Texas.
I think it's going to be a sad day for Texas versus Purdue. All right, question number 5. I don't actually like that question very much anymore, but is it a foregone conclusion that Arizona makes Final Four?
No.
And we can speed quickly through this one. We've already touched on it quite a bit.
No, I don't think it is.
You don't think so? Okay.
Not if
I don't either. I think they have a tough road, definitely going against Arkansas. I know they've been the best team all year, but moving on quickly to question number 6. Which team outside of Iowa and Texas, of course, would be the biggest surprise if they won it all? Or I'll even go, which team would be the biggest surprise if they made the championship game? Which team would you two be most surprised, like, if, the CBS music is playing, or whoever owns the rights now, was like, dun, and welcome in. It's Michigan versus blank.
If they made the Final Four?
No. This is a championship game.
Oh.
Can I say Alabama?
Yeah, I think you can. I think you definitely can.
Like just the way that they play, the high flying, and then the way they started the tournament with his name's escaping me, but getting arrested for
Oh,
Alabama.
Aiden Holloway.
Aiden Holloway. Like just I don't know, fighting through that, then you having to fight through Michigan and then potentially either Tennessee or Iowa State. Like
Brutal.
I'd be like, that was certainly not the team that I expected to be in the national championship.
Yeah, I don't think anybody. I didn't hear any pre. Did you hear any pre-tournament buzz about Alabama?
Except about a weed charge.
Yeah, that's true. There was some buzz about that.
Yeah, that's the buzz. I'm gonna stay in the SEC though. Tennessee.
Yeah, I think you're both
Yeah,
on
think
there.
about it. This road that Tennessee has been down. I mean, you have quote unquote on paper the hottest team in college basketball as your first draw. People meaning myself picked them to lose to.
You did,
yeah, I did. And then Virginia, which is always a well coached basketball team. I mean, they're very, very, very good and very disciplined. And then you beat one of, if not the best. I mean, Iowa State is amazing.
Yeah, we talked about how hot Houston's been. I mean, Iowa State's just been taking
On a
names,
tear, bro.
taking names.
Like Iowa State is low key. Like if they get through Iowa State, and then let's just say you do play Michigan and you beat Michigan,
yeah,
dog, that is impressive to get to that.
I think we're talking about. I mean, I said Boozer and Acuff first question. We're talking about a little bit of an mint rise, stock rising there.
It's owed. I think it's time for him to cash in. Like, are you going to be like? I mean, he's always said that Kevin Durant's his favorite player. You have 3 games. You have 3 games to show like this is why you came to Tennessee.
Yeah,
it is. Everybody hyped you up. You were the best prospect to ever come through Tennessee basketball.
It's true.
Nate Ament.
Yeah. If I had to pick one here, to be honest with you, the way that they looked against Vanderbilt, I'd be very surprised if Nebraska made it. Nebraska is a good Power 4 Big Ten basketball team, and Vanderbilt is a good SEC. But I didn't think either of them. Based on watching that game, I was like, "Yeah, you guys are going to win a natty." There's a little bit of talent that's just a crop above that I think is required if you don't have like the perfect team chemistry, perfect system, perfect coaching, everything to align, where I think that's what it would take for Nebraska. So my pick would be the Cornhuskers, although for all the people in my work that like them, I'm hoping you make it. All right, last 2 here, super easy layup questions. Who do you want to win, Malcolm? Yeah, you got to. Joseph?
Unbiased, I really think I'd like to see Michigan win a national championship.
Good for you.
In basketball.
Good for you.
I think it's like you rebuilt the program with Dusty May, you come over from the smaller school, like you come to Michigan, and in 2 years, boom, you got one.
Yeah, I love, dude, Yaxel Lindenborg, my favorite guy left. Love him, dude. Is a beast, man. He's such a beast. I mean, just the way he plays, he's a forward. If I had to pick one, I would go Michigan State. My dad has always owned Sparty gear for some reason. We've talked about before in college football, which team would you be a fan of if you weren't like a Vanderbilt fan? If I wasn't a Vanderbilt fan in college basketball, it would be Michigan. Love Izzo. So I'm hoping he gets it done, to be honest with you. And then finally, so we've all filled up brackets. We told our brackets on here. But who's going to win, Malcolm? Who's actually going to win?
Michigan.
Think it's Michigan?
Yeah.
Joseph?
Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Arizona.
Arizona?
Yeah.
All right, boys. I'm here to say I think Houston gets it done this year.
Wow.
I'm going to take Houston.
All on
yeah, I think I'm going to take Houston. I think if they get past Illinois, that they're going to basically I think they're going to trounce Nebraska. So I think their toughest game for 2 games will be right here with Illinois. They've looked really good. They look more focused than in past years to me. Like Houston stumbled a couple times in the first round in recent years. They look more focused. I think Sampson has them ready to go. They obviously have Flemings, who, if Darius Acuff wasn't alive, like if Darius Acuff, if you like moved him to another earth, Flemings would be the story. Like, Acuff's getting all the press right now. So that's who we got. Those were 8 burning questions for March Madness. We're actually going to take a break, and we will be right back here on Chatt It Up Sports. All right, coming back, we're going to transition to the NBA. So news dropped today that the National Basketball Association, for the first time, I think since the early 2000s, is considering expansion. So actually considering they're in the process of doing expansion.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. So it looks like that the teams are going to aim to play their first full season in the 2028-2029 years. If you don't know the 2 cities that they've elected, the Seattle Supersonics and Supersonics. That will be the team. Sorry,
it's got to be.
The
It's
city.
gotta be.
The city will be Seattle, and the other is going to be Las Vegas. Now, whatever they'll be named, they already have the Aces there as a WNBA team, so probably something related to gambling, something with the casino. But something fun that I thought we could do. This is just for fun, but we are actually going on Chat It Up Sports on YouTube Live right now. We're going to pick an expansion draft against one another. So Malcolm and Joseph, Joseph to my right, Malcolm to my left. You're going to be on a team. Do you want Seattle or do you want Las Vegas?
Vegas.
Seattle.
Oh, Seattle?
No, okay, let's go Vegas.
All right, they're going to take Vegas. So they're going to get the second pick. I'm going to get the first pick. If you don't know the rules, because this is going to be like a real expansion draft, if you don't know the rules, here are the rules. Each team protects 8 players, up to 8 players. So you don't have to protect 8 players, but you can protect up to 8. Only one player can be picked per team. So say if Paul George and Dominic Barlow, who's another guy on the Sixers, are both on the board. Are both on the board. Only one of them can get taken. The other ones are not eligible. Okay. Players who don't get drafted go back to the original team. Okay. So if they're still under contract, and then the only players eligible to be protected are players not on expiring contracts or restricted free agents. Okay. So we right here, Joseph's about to pull it up as we speak. We are on a website called spottrack.com. It actually has done it for us. It's got the list of available players over to the side. Some of these players, I'm not sure if they'd be available. These were the recommended players, so we're going to rock with it, okay? Because I was going through all 30 teams was taking me a long time, and I wasn't even sure if I was doing it right. So we're going to go with the recommended website teams. If you're not on YouTube.com, you can still follow along this part of the podcast, I promise. I have the first pick for the Seattle Supersonics, and looking who's available on my board, gentlemen. I've got to do it. I've got $132 million in cap space. I might as well use it. Give me Ja Morant. I want to sell some tickets, dude. If the Grizzlies aren't going to protect Ja, then I'll go ahead and take him. All right, coming back. So we're having a little technical difficulties with SpotTrack.com. We love you. Thanks for still giving us this player list. We're just going to work off the player list. On the website, I do have the first pick. So before our thing wasn't working, again, gentlemen, I got $42 million. The city of Seattle isn't going to have problems selling tickets, but I might as well just take the risk on a guy that's kind of been cast out, who at this point is shut down for the year again. Give me Ja Morant, man. Number 1 overall. And it is a snake draft, by the way. So Malcolm and Joseph, you do have the next 2 picks. Any of the rest of the Grizzlies players are ineligible.
Okay. Oh, wait, we can't take any more Grizzlies players?
Nope, ineligible.
Okay. Oh, sweet. Okay. Malcolm, off the top of your head, you got a spot.
You just keep scrolling for me.
Yeah.
So I can I have a player in mind that I've already seen, but I just want to make sure, just with the names that I have available, that I'm making a really good decision.
Okay.
Gosh, these are like real expansion players for sure. Keep going. You can just do like a continuous scroll.
Okay. And just let me know if you see somebody that pops out, because
all right, you can go back to the top.
We are on the clock.
All right, so we're going to go with an anchor for this team and a franchise cornerstone, Domantas Sabonis.
Ooh. Okay,
that
Sabonis
is going to be our pick.
Sabonis. All right, who is your pick number 2? And Kings players are ineligible now.
Ooh. We kind of went big spender on the first one. So let's see if we can find like a mid-tier guy. Okay. Somebody that's right around this like Clay range. What are you thinking as far as 14, 13? How much are we trying to spend here, my dog?
Man, I'm good with we need a guard. We need somebody that can really shoot the basketball.
Okay.
Personally, there's a name below Buddy Hield that I really, really like. That is a walking bucket.
Oh man, Malcolm, that's too bad. All right, take him.
So yeah, we with the Vegas Raiders, the Vegas Dice are going to be taking Benedict Arthur.
That's too bad, man. I really wanted him. Oh, that's so crappy. Okay, all right, no problem. We'll pivot here. So personally, we spent $42 million on Ja. Clippers players are now ineligible. Scroll down just a little bit for me, Joseph.
Yeah.
I'm spending a little bit more money than I would like here, but I'm going to take Jonathan Kuminga. I just if the Hawks aren't going to protect him, I think they would in this scenario. But if they aren't going to protect him, I absolutely want Jonathan Kuminga on my roster. And then um, I need to go cheap for my next one. Will you go just
Yeah.
as far down to the bottom as you can?
Like,
Okay, a little bit further up, and yeah, a guy I really like, and somebody. Oh, he's ineligible. So a guy that I really like here. Bronny James, man, I think he's getting protected. But um, yeah, I'll be honest. I'll take Jordan Walsh from Boston. I mean, he's been so pivotal for them this year. I mean, he is just he has a lot of potential. I think that'll never be tapped into on the Celtics because of the wing rotation. So I'm gonna take Walsh. Celtics players are now ineligible.
all
And we're
right.
gonna do 8 players apiece. I don't know if I mentioned that. We're gonna do 8 apiece.
Okay.
All right. Okay, go ahead, Malcolm.
All right. We need some veteran leadership in the locker room, and then
All right.
also
All right.
just thinking, I think he has one more contract in him. So with that, we will be taking, unless we can't. I don't think we've named any Mavericks. We're gonna
Nope.
go with Klay Thompson.
Klay. Woo.
We're gonna bring Klay Thompson.
Okay.
in.
Veteran leadership. Looks like you're still. I'm trying to track the salaries too, but you guys
Yeah.
are still well under it as well. So keep going.
And then
You got one more pick this round.
we need somebody at the 3 with some athleticism. Honestly, I'm lying. I think we need a guard and a really good guard.
Okay.
Oh, we can't go there. Dang. We can't go there. That just blew that up. Give me, if you want to go back up, Jay, go back down a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
Oklahoma City Thunder, man. Give me Aaron Wiggins.
What, Malcolm?
Give me Aaron Wiggins, bro.
Goodness gracious, that was my next one.
Yeah.
Holy
I
cow!
think
All
Aaron
right,
Wiggins is a walking bucket.
Aaron Wiggins. No, it's a fantastic pick. That's exactly where I was going next. OKC players are now ineligible. That's tough. That puts me super on the back foot, to be honest. I really wanted Aaron Wiggins, but it's okay. On my team, I think we're gonna need some veteran guys. And if they're not gonna protect them, and I need a guy to play center, I'm gonna take Jonas Valanciunas.
Nice.
I think there's some talk. I know he's on a 2-year deal. There's some talk that he may be heading overseas, but he's going to get one more season in Seattle before it's all said and done. So that puts Denver ineligible. And then I think for my next pick, I saw this guy and I was like, man, I can't believe he'd be available. And I thought about it, and I think he actually would be. I want Trey Mann from the Charlotte Hornets. I wanted him to round out. I've drafted a decent starting 5 here. Mann may be our 6th man coming off the bench. He makes about $8 million. So I'm going to take Trey Mann with my 5th pick to round out the starting lineup. That puts Charlotte ineligible. And Jay and Malcolm, you are back on the clock.
Can you give us an overhaul
of the teams?
Of the teams,
yeah. So Grizzlies, Kings, Clippers, Hawks, Celtics, Mavericks, Thunder, Nuggets, and Hornets are ineligible. That's why we're only doing 8, because at the end of this week, it should be getting
And how much money do I have available?
So you guys
as a unit?
Yeah, you picked 4 players. So there's 132 million available. You guys have picked 68. You guys have picked 77 of it with 4 players.
Ooh.
And again, we're only doing 8 players, so you have a little easier job in the NBA GM. So
okay. It just filled a hole. All right.
Oh yeah, our website is really, really, really lagging behind, but oh well.
Okay. Where's our list?
Yeah, some of them transported over here, but
yeah, I don't know.
The ones that are eligible over here are Zion, Jalen Green, DeAndre, and DeAndre Ayton. So,
I mean, he's been playing really good ball as of late, and I don't know. I think it's a terrible combination putting him in this uniform. Give us Zion Williams.
Whoa!
Yeah,
taking Zion and Ja off the board.
Yeah, I
okay.
think Zion. We want to sell tickets and see some dunks, and who knows? A change of scenery might be good.
Well, not that change.
Not that change. I mean, it's a recipe for disaster.
Okay, all right, Zion. So yeah, you guys now are sitting at at 100. You guys really are from Vegas. $107 million, $109 million. Excuse me. So
we need some shooting, and with that, we are going to go to Dunkin' Donuts and get Duncan Robinson.
Nice, good pick. I had him as well. How much is he making, Joseph?
I'm trying to find it.
He'd be up further. Let's see. There he is.
He's
15 million.
Ooh.
You guys are almost out of funds, but that puts you at 124. So you got about 10 million left. I have got 2 picks left. You guys will have 2 more, and then I'll round us back out. And that was Detroit and New Orleans that are ineligible now. Okay. So this is going to take some doing. I'm good on funds. I took Jordan Walsh. Again, another veteran guy that I've always really had an affinity for. I don't think the potential is there anymore with him. By all means, one of the nicest guys by all accounts in the league. Give me Jonathan Isaac. I really think I think he'd play an important role for our expansion franchise. I don't think he'd play any role beyond that, but I think he'd be a nice, solid get, making about $14 million. Slides me in nicely there. Orlando is now ineligible. Okay. And then, oh man, my list is gone now, Joseph. Man.
Yeah, it added Jonathan Isaac's last time, and it added like half the roster.
Yeah, our website Spot Track is really struggling.
We're good, baby. We're good. All right, next name.
I've got one more player this round. Again, I'm good on money. It's really just about who I want to keep around my program, who I really want to keep in the building. It's about a good hang. It's about a good time. Yeah, I mean, I could take a swing or two here, and guys, I don't think he'd be available. I'm not going to take Obi Toppin because I don't think there's any way that the Pacers would let him go. No shot, right? I'm not going to take him just out of like no shot. Scroll down a little bit for me, Joseph. Oh, man. Difficult choices. Yeah, give me Day'Ron Sharpe.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I'll take a backup center. And I've got one more pick left. He makes about $6.5 million. You two have got about $8 million to make it rock here. So yeah, and that's 8 players. Think about how hard an NBA GM is.
Oh my goodness.
And of course, you can go in the luxury tax and stuff like that. But just for the sake of this, and that was Orlando and Brooklyn, now unavailable. So a little recap here before we go into the last round of picks. I have got Morant, I've got Kuminga, Jordan Walsh, Valanciunas, Trey Mann, Jonathan Isaac, Day'Ron Sharpe. You guys have got Sabonis, Benedict Mathurin, Klay Thompson, Aaron Wiggins, Zion Williamson, Duncan Robinson. And you guys are sitting 124 million. Teams ineligible: Grizzlies, Kings, Clippers, Hawks, Celtics, Mavericks, Thunder, Nuggets, Hornets, Pistons, Pelicans, Magic, and Nets.
We're going to go to a guy who's having a career year, Joseph.
Okay.
He had a hamstring injury, but before he was absolutely balling for this club out west. We're going with Julian Strawther with the Denver.
Okay.
Nuggets.
Oh, actually ineligible. Sorry,
He's
boys.
ineligible? Dang.
Sorry, boys.
Oh, no. How are we feeling about Taurean Prince? Because, I mean, I don't think the Bucks are still available,
I
right?
can't stand Taurean Prince.
Yeah.
He makes 3.8. Like,
I can't stand him.
You do have to come in low.
I mean,
I want you're a co-GM of this team.
Like,
boys, yeah. You do have to come in low, but
I'm just thinking, like, we got to, based on teams' availability.
I can't believe there's one guy you're not jumping all over. He's right on the screen too. I can't believe it. I mean, he's gonna be a $15-20 million guy at least after this contract. I can't believe it.
Oh my God, Champs out of San Antonio.
Yeah. I wanted him, but I didn't.
My fault. I didn't even see him.
Felt unfair. Julian Champagny making about $3 million.
Yeah.
We'll take him, or you'll take him.
Can you scroll all the way down? Is there more?
You got $5 million left, boys.
Oh, baby.
$5 million.
The team availability is really what kind of.
Yeah. It's getting tight. There's some teams still on the screen here that you can take from. Not great options, but hey,
we're gonna take Cam Thomas for $2.
He actually just got he just got cut today.
I know.
Is it pick up?
We're gonna take Cam Thomas. That's a bucket of 30,
less
baby.
than $1 million.
All right, Cam Thomas for how much?
No, I'm just saying. I was making a
I-
joke because
he's-
I
I
know
don't
he
even
got
think he's
cut.
on
All
here.
right, whatever.
Is he on the list?
You guys are getting Cam Thomas. I don't think he's on the list. Congratulations, you come in $1 million under the salary
He
cap.
is not on the
Oh
list.
my gosh! All
He
right,
is not
go
on the
back.
list.
Go back down for me.
You got somebody to play with, though.
Yeah, I do. Joseph's right. It's really the team availability. Yeah, I want him. I'll take Naquan Tomlin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you know ball.
I want Naquan Tomlin. He's been so good in his limited role for the Cavs. I think he'd be a lot better somewhere else. So, all right, little quick recap: Ja Morant, Kuminga, Jordan Walsh, Valanciunas, Trey Mann, Isaac, Day'Ron Sharpe, Naquan Tomlin for me on the Seattle SuperSonics and the Las Vegas whatchamacallits.
The
Sabonis.
chances is what
The chances?
yeah, I think
Okay.
that's what you had it named earlier. I like that.
Yeah,
That was
chances. Yeah, I think it auto did that. Mathurin, Clay, Wiggins, Zion, Duncan Robinson, Julian Champagnie, and Cam Thomas, who now has a job again, apparently. So that was our mock draft. Just something fun here. When we come back, Malcolm is going to take us through I Know You're Effing Lying once again this week, and we'll finish it with a little bit of what you watched. And welcome back for the final time to Chatt It Up Sports. A big thanks to our other sponsors, Praxis Construction and Keener Marketing. Thanks for all you do in making all of this possible. Finally, gentlemen, we've arrived at Malcolm's favorite point in the pod. I Know You're Effing Lying, the segment that we introduced last pod. Malcolm is going to take us through two names here today. This is college football all-time edition.
Welcome back to technically IKYFL. I'm trying to
IKYFL.
I'm trying
We've
to
got to get a trademark on
I'm
that.
trying to really just abbreviate it and make it kid friendly.
So last time, Malcolm, I know you said that you kind of messed it up, so you're here to redeem yourself.
Yeah, I'm here to
today.
redeem myself, and here's what we're gonna do. You can't start too high, and that's gonna be the name of the game. All right. So with that, I was in college at UT.
Right.
One of the best football players I've ever seen with my own two eyes.
Yep.
I remember I had a good buddy on the football team. His name was Cameron Sutton.
Yeah.
Cameron Sutton was a dog, but he absolutely got done up by this man. So RIKYFL is name a receiver.
College receiver.
A college receiver. Name a college receiver better than the college version of Amari Cooper at Alabama.
So you can name one right now?
I can name one receiver in college all-time better than Amari Cooper.
I can name 3 receivers in college all-time better than Amari Cooper.
I think I could do 4.
I can do 5.
I can do 6.
I think I could do 7.
I'm out.
That's how much you calling on him?
That's how much I believe in him.
I'm going to call you on it too. I don't think you can do 7.
7.
Put the camera on yourself. Put the
bro.
camera on yourself.
Go
I don't
ahead.
think you
All
can
right,
do 7.
let's see if I can get to 7 here. So, just strictly Alabama receivers, I would take Julio and Devontae Smith.
You can have both Julio and Devontae Smith.
I would take Julio and Devontae Smith.
You can have them.
That's fair.
Personally, I don't think he had this.
I think it's gonna be tough.
It's
selling,
going to be tough. Yeah, it's going to be a tough sell. I think I'll take Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase had a better season. I don't know if I would take Justin Jefferson as well. So that gives me 3.
You have 3.
You
You
have
can have
3.
Jamar.
I
You
can't
give
give
me
you
Jamar?
Jettas though.
You
Not in
can't,
college.
no,
I
I'll
don't-
give you.
I-
I'll
you can have
take
Jam-
Jamar.
you
I
can
don't.
have
I don't
Jamar.
think I'd take Jettis.
Yeah.
Let's see other Alabama receivers.
I mean-
Would you give me AJ Green? I know he didn't have the stats.
I would.
But I think the game might be there. For
I
AJ
think
Green.
I would give you AJ Green.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
okay.
you can have him. That's 4.
Okay. All right. Tavon Austin,
Nah,
West Virginia.
you can't have him.
You wouldn't take him?
Ooh.
You wouldn't take Tavon Austin?
if you're throwing on the highlight tape doing all that, sure. But
I mean,
you can't. Nah.
I'll plead the fifth. If he said no, if he said yes, I would have said yes.
If-
But
are
he
you
said no.
really?
You have one
You-
no.
okay.
You have
okay.
one no.
One no.
It has to be
All right.
resounding yeses
All right.
across the
All
board.
right. Okay. Larry Fitzgerald.
Yes.
I give it to him.
Okay. So you took Tavon from me. That puts me at what? 5?
You're at 5.
4? So Julio, Devontae, AJ,
Jamar.
Jamar, Larry.
You're
Yeah.
missing a big one.
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
shocked.
I'm
Yeah.
missing. Wait.
There's 2 big ones that I think you can
Oh,
easily have.
dude, I know anybody watching this is screaming names at me.
Yeah.
But it's like when you're in the spotlight and you got the camera
Sure.
on you,
You
your
have 2
mind's just
you have
like
2 that I'll give you that I think you would have done a good 7 here. You would have had a really solid 7, I think.
Solid.
Yeah, there's 2 names.
2 names.
I can't believe you haven't said them.
Me too. Like you're our historian.
Would you do Michael Crabtree?
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah, you can have Michael Crabtree.
He was like my one.
Yeah,
He
that
wasn't
was your
yeah,
that-
he
okay, hear me out. All right, if we're doing that, then what about Justin Blackman at OKC?
Yeah, you can have Justin Blackmon.
Done.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's 7.
That's 7.
That's
You can have him.
That's
I
7.
would have also given you Calvin Johnson.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, see, that's
Yeah.
the thing. That's
Yeah.
just that obvious name that's
Yeah.
like right there in your face.
Yeah.
Like,
I would have given you Peter Warlick,
hear me out. Oh,
FSU boy.
oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, what, Kelvin Benjamin, FSU?
No. You can't.
No.
He was
but-
just a big body.
Yeah.
Great for the conversation.
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love the debate there. Love the
Yeah.
debate. Okay. All right. Okay. Hear me out. Who was oh shit. I just had him. I literally was just looking at him in my head, and then we got started talking about something. And now it's gone. Oh, another Alabama receiver, Henry Ruggs.
Man, I was reading something.
I think that's I don't even think you can say that out loud.
I was
Why?
reading something about him.
I mean, I know. Like, listen. I get. We're not here to
probably-
cover like post.
Right.
Like
I-
we're
of
strictly
course.
talking about
Yeah.
football.
I
Like,
would probably take Judy before I took Ruggs.
college Jerry Judy.
I think so.
College Jerry Judy was bad.
I think
Honestly,
so.
bro, I don't even think Henry Ruggs is top 3 receiver.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
But he got drafted highest, which is
Yeah,
great.
That's fair.
I think I'd take Judy before Ruggs. So.
All right. All
Yeah,
right.
Jerry Judy at Alabama was bad.
All right. Let's
Like,
get some recency bias. Jeremiah Smith.
I don't know. I don't know about Jeremiah. I'm just kind of Jeremiah Smithed out. Is that
Y-
weird?
you're-
Yeah.
what, is it more like he's going to be good?
He's just
in the
there.
Like,
It's like, yeah, it's Jeremiah Smith. He's gonna be awesome versus
Yeah.
Purdue today. Yeah, I think that's more it.
That's
Yeah.
exactly it.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So,
That's fair.
all right.
All right. Next one, our IKYFL. Naming a college quarterback better than my guy, Mr. Moneyman himself, the man who built the 12th man in College Station.
House that
Mr.
Johnny built.
Manziel, the house that Johnny Manziel built.
Yeah. I can name 3 college quarterbacks better than Johnny Manziel. Confidently.
I can name 5 quarterbacks.
Oh my God.
I think I could too.
5?
I think so.
5.
5.
Yeah.
5.
I'll call you there.
Ooh.
I gotta see. Like I've got 2 in my head
What you think?
already.
Oh, I think I can
I've
name.
got 2 in my head
I think
already.
I can name. I can name 6.
I'm out. I'm
Okay.
out. I'm
Okay.
doing.
All right,
please
all
go
right,
ahead.
Drew, give me 6.
All right.
6
Give me the
names.
easy 2 here. Baker.
No way. in
No.
hell.
No.
No.
No way. in
No.
hell.
I'm not
Nice.
giving you Baker.
No.
I'm not giving you Baker and on a frozen. No. No.
No,
bro.
no, there's 2 easy ones.
All right. Well,
There's
Cam
2
Newton. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
well,
one.
Okay, there's 3 easy ones.
Yeah. Cam Newton.
Cam, I'm giving you. You giving him?
I'll
Cam?
give you Cam. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
give you Cam.
You won't give me. Shoot. Sorry, I just had it. Just had it in my brain. Sorry. Vince Young.
Yes, that's
I
my
will
other
give you
2.
Vince
I'll
Young
give-
as
well.
that's my
And I
3.
will give you Tim Tebow.
Those are the 3
Those are
in
the
my
3.
opinion.
Really?
Those-
Yeah.
That's it. College.
Now, there's
That's
2
3.
more potentially, and
And
I'm
I've got-
curious.
And so I've got 3 more to go. I've got 6. Right.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, if you're talking strictly about like better at the quarterback position was gonna make a better pro. I mean, yeah, you could make that argument, but like
That's
just
not really what I'm
the-
talking about, though.
the way he played,
College
like,
body of work.
college.
I
oh my-
mean, yeah.
I
but
mean, dude,
okay. So my other one was going to be Deshaun Watson. I know that.
No.
Like, pretty. No.
he was great at Clemson. He was great. He was phenomenal. I'd take Trevor over. I'd take
Oh,
Clemson
that was gonna be
Trevor
my
over
other
Deshaun
one.
Watson.
Oh, well,
No, I would not take Trevor Lawrence over
that's a,
Johnny
national,
Manziel.
that's a national champion.
Yeah, but that's also a much better Clemson team than
Oh,
what
guys.
Johnny had. Like, don't get me wrong, Johnny had Mike Evans, but like,
So you're not going to give me T-Law or Deshaun Watson?
No.
It's not even
no.
on Johnny's worst day.
no,
I'm sorry.
That's terrible.
dude, he
All right.
carried like
I'll confidently take Lamar Jackson.
no.
See, I'm gonna take Lamar Jackson.
Lamar was awesome. Lamar was incredible.
He wasn't Johnny. Yeah. And I love Lamar.
Terrible. All right.
There's one guy that you haven't said that I'm just like, I'm taking definitively.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think I'd take anybody else outside of Cam, Tim, and Vince.
I'd take 2019 Burr, but obviously that's just
Okay.
That is the
that's
name.
that's select.
okay.
It's selective.
That
So
is the name.
I wouldn't bring it up. I also I don't think you guys are gonna like this. I would take Mariota. I really would.
Oh no.
This is your segment. This is your segment. You got to come back and finish the pod. Oh,
Drew,
man. I was trying to stretch it.
Listen.
I wonder if they heard how loud that was.
I gotta know.
I mean,
what universe?
I'm pretty easy.
And you're talking about, I love Marcus Mariota.
I do too.
Oregon. Like,
again, I'm trying to stretch it. You guys are shutting down all my good ideas. So I was really nice and gave you AJ Green. I gave you Larry Fitz, and I just
You
can't.
have to think though, bro. Like I'm not gonna be biased because I literally love Johnny.
See, that's the thing is like you gave me those, and again, I'm not giving you these because like there's plenty of guys I could go through that had better stat profiles than Johnny, like 1000%. And that's kind of where I reached with the AJ Green thing is like with where he was at Georgia, but like just in terms of body and skill set, like that's where I was leaning with AJ in the pick. And that's where you kind of lose me with some of these picks over Johnny is it's like, yeah, they had better statistically, Joe Burrow was significantly better. But like
I get his team was better.
And you could convince me. You like, don't get me wrong. I know I was solid on my three guys. You could probably convince me to put Joe up there.
Yeah, Joe. And
I'm giving you Joe.
I think T-Law, man. I've never seen such a winner. Like in my mind, he sticks out to me as the pinnacle, the epitome of what I thought excellence was in that era of college football because he's beating Nick Saban. Like, don't get it wrong. Like, that Clemson team was good, but they were nothing without Trevor Lawrence. Like, they were like Trevor Lawrence made plays when it mattered. Those national championships are because of Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, but like the plays that he made, and don't get me wrong, you're right, dude. And we're talking about a guy that was the second coming of Peyton Manning coming out of high school. People were like, this is Peyton Manning 2.0. Like, this is T-Law. I think he lost 2 games before he got to the NFL.
Yeah.
1 in college and 1 in high school, maybe something insane like that. So like, I get it. And Trevor's one of those guys that when I look at him and when I watched him in college versus watching Johnny, I'm like, he translates better to the pros.
Yeah.
Like that guy's going to have an NFL career. Johnny's not. But God dang, like watching this man run into his own lineman, fumble a ball, juggle it, spin around, and then throw a touchdown. I never, there's like, Trevor doesn't have anything that's even remotely close to being that cool. Trevor has way more upside in terms of a pro career. But I just can't.
I get the point. I would still take T-Law.
Now again, and I'm sorry, if we're talking about quarterbacks, we'd take like if I was an NFL GM, give me.
It's not. No, it's college career. It's college career. That was I Know You're Effing Lying, brought to you by Malcolm Harris.
You did great, by the way. You fought. Fought.
Yeah.
That was a hard task. Malcolm said he could name 5 over there, so I was like, I'll just do 6, and then all of a sudden, all my suggestions, I'm like, no.
So I out of pure curiosity, and I think viewers want to know too. We know the 3 and the 4. I'll give you Joe. Who was your 5th?
My 5th to me was Peyton.
No.
Was Peyton.
No, I wouldn't take Peyton, man.
No,
but I get it. VFL.
I love where your head's at.
No. Had a birthday the other day.
No.
All right.
No.
Moving on to our final segment of the episode. It's been a great episode 184. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're just going to go with what we watched, stuff that we've enjoyed, the media that we've consumed this week. We did this last week. I think we enjoyed it quite a bit. Yeah. Gentlemen, I'll start it off. I watched the first 3 episodes of, finally got around to it, I think this Monday. I watched Invincible Season 4 came out on Amazon Prime. It's okay so far. I'm not going to spoil anything. If you're a fan of Invincible, you'll definitely like it. There's nothing that you'll hate in it, but it is one of those that like so far it's really slow burning you. So there's one episode 2 is pretty fantastic. And then I've continued to watch RJ Decker weekly. So I've got that going. Private Eye show on Hulu, kind of your throwback network television show. Joseph, you look ready. What do you watch this week?
So I was telling Malcolm a little bit about this pre-show. It's not a series, but I have recently gotten addicted to a YouTube series. It's called Financial Audit with
Oh, yeah,
Caleb
yeah.
Hammer. Yeah, you've probably seen the clips.
Yeah.
I was for a long time. I was just a clip watcher, and I would see it, and I'd be like, it feels kind of like a little over exaggerated. It still kind of does, but sometimes I get in there and listen to these people, and I'm like, brother, what
Yeah.
are you
It's kind of
doing?
like it's kind of like
Like,
Dave Ramsey on steroids.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like Dave Ramsey, but he brings the people there, and then he proceeds to roast them,
Makes
like
fun of
just
them the whole
rip
time.
into them
Yeah.
for an hour and a half. And there's good intentions behind it. Like he doesn't just do it to roast them and then send them home and be like, "Yeah, I'm not going to help you." Like he helps, but he's mean about it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of refreshing. And I have recently, I think I've binged like 5 episodes this week.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my God. Like, yeah, I'm kind of addicted to financial.
I fall into that clip watcher.
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. See, I saw one clip and I was like, and it got me. It was a longer clip. It was like 2.5 minutes, and I was like, "Dude, I gotta know."
That's
I gotta
how
know.
that's how I
Like,
felt. That's how I found Dave Ramsey. Like I
Yeah.
saw one clip and I was like, I haven't ever looked this up on YouTube
Yeah.
before.
Yep.
And that's exactly how I got into
Yep.
it. Malcolm, what you watch? /read. We're not just you can use your brain too.
Yeah.
You read anything?
I've been reading 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene.
Really? I've never
Yeah.
heard of
Ooh,
this.
it's
Give it a
nice.
short synopsis.
It's basically a book how to like manipulate life and situations.
Really?
like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really, really good. It's honestly like a I hate to say it, I don't want to sound like a narcissist, but it's like trying to like make you like think in how to play chess in life.
Sure.
It's
So-
that like class of self-improvement book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's
So-
nothing wrong with
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with saying that.
Albums I've been listening to.
Ooh, album.
Ooh,
Jack Harlow just dropped.
An R&B album.
An R&B
He
album.
did.
is
Yeah.
it?
I like
Thoughts?
it. I like
Okay.
it. but,
It's
like,
okay. If you don't like Jack Harlow R&B, you're not gonna like
I'm gonna just be honest.
nothing like this.
The black community on X has just ripped this to shreds,
Okay.
and they've made it to like memes about Jack Harlow.
Yeah.
Okay.
About like culture appropriation. It's crazy. It's really funny. It's good laughs. I think Jack's been a great sport about it. He's
Okay,
going on
okay.
tour, just announced. But yeah, I've been listening to that. And then also, I lied to you guys just now. It wasn't Peyton Manning that I was thinking of.
Oh, okay.
It was Jameis Winston because of the undefeated season, the whole body of work. I just think that like we've never seen somebody come on the scene as a freshman and do what Jameis did and take home the Heisman.
So fair. It's a good one.
I mean,
So it was Jameis.
I still think I'd take Johnny, but you're
Yeah,
you,
we're on
you
track
could
there.
probably
Yeah.
I'd listen to the argument for
Yeah.
sure.
So like,
for
I'm
sure.
sorry about that Peyton stuff, and
Yeah.
no, just happy birthday to the sheriff. But
No, don't get me wrong. It's not about disrespecting Peyton. It's more about like,
I had to be
Giving
and sit here
Johnny
and be
his-
objective. Like,
yeah, fair.
we
fair,
jumped
fair.
Drew. You guys need to jump.
Well, I mean,
So-
don't get me wrong. Like the AJ Green was a bit of a homer pick.
Sure.
Like I was kind of like I was scared to float that one out there. I was
Yeah.
expecting to get ripped to
Speaking of
shreds.
quarterbacks, we had a hell of a quarterback today, Drew. You did
Oh,
great.
we
bro.
did.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. You watch anything? Any final thoughts? You've been watching TV series?
Not
Yeah.
really, bro.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
had
I
all the
watched
time.
a little bit of The Wolf of Wall Street a couple days
Oh
ago.
wow. Okay.
Just
Good
so it's
movie.
my movie to
Yeah,
put
you
on
just
in the
throw it
background.
on. Yeah, I
and
get
so,
it.
yeah.
You throw it on, and they're all of a sudden middle of the boardroom. They're yelling at people. That's all we'll say about that. Man, good episode. Really
Great one.
fun. Thanks to Joseph Guthrie, Malcolm Harris. Thanks to Chase Green and Greg Larner, who could not be here today. Thanks to Ideal Yachts, of course, for making the studio happen. Thanks to Practice Construction for helping us put it together. Thanks to Keener Marketing for all that you do. I think that's it, gentlemen. This was a great episode. We will be back next Monday with Chat Prep. Chat Prep interview.
Boy.
Yeah, I know. I'm just dropping that out there. We'll be back for Chat Prep interview. Check out the Assistant Coaches Lounge with Greg Larner. Check out the eye test on YouTube as well. Check everything out on the podcast apps, wherever you get your podcast, Spotify podcast. I think Google has some stuff. We love you. We're out. See ya.